Hey guys, how are you? So CNN does this thing where they send you 5 top news stories every day by email, and I wish to comment on the one I got last Monday, 7th of May. So the title of this video is actually the title of the email that I got from them. And I signed up for this newsletter a while ago, but I don't read them every day because reading news every day is dangerous, I think. So I just do it when I feel like it. And I want to comment on this one because it shows perfectly just how insane the world is, my friends. So the first news story is titled White House, and here's what they say. There's enough news coming out of the White House to justify a newsletter all to itself. No one's sure what to make of the ongoing legal strategy of President Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. He's now saying Trump may indeed plead the fifth if subpoenaed by special counsel Robert Mueller. Giuliani also raised eyebrows by saying Michael Cohen, Trump's personal lawyer and fixer, may have paid off other women on behalf of the president. Not surprising. CIA Director nominee Gina Haspel reportedly offered to withdraw her nomination after some White House officials raised concerns with her ability to get confirmed. But she's staying in for now after the president and said he still supported her. The real Stormy Daniels talked with the fake Donald Trump, better known as Alec Baldwin, on Saturday Night Live, where she warned a storm's a coming baby. Okay, so here's what I make of this. The White House is slowly becoming a soap opera. The issues that take place, I mean, it's just ridiculous. One person is being fired, another person is issuing a subpoena against somebody, another person is being subpoenaed. And there's yet another scandal with this and that. I don't know, it's like playground, only with adults in it. And to me, the White House should be a place where people come together and work to, come up with ideas to make the USA a better place and the world a better place as well. Wasting time and money for some kind of inner drama, people behaving as if they left their brains at home or something, and accepting all that's wrong in the world and adding to it, that's not what the White House should be, in my opinion. On top of that, Stormy Daniels, who's the kind of person that shouldn't receive one bit of attention, is becoming a celebrity as we speak. Wow. I just googled her and you know what comes up? It says she's an American pornographic actress. Wow. I mean, it almost sounds like something honorary. Disgusting. To you parents out there, how do you manage to send your kids to school and have peace of mind? Because I would be scared if we are expected to call people like her by that name in that way, then the world is upside down, really. Okay, going off the trail here. Second news story is... Okay, so we have Hawaii and the volcano, which I assume we have all heard about it. Oh wait, because refreshed. It says more than 2,000 homes have been destroyed on Hawaii's Big Island. Earthquakes and lethal gas are also present, and neighborhoods affected by volcanic vents have been evacuated, etc., etc. Okay, a natural disaster, but if we as a species hadn't spread out so much, we wouldn't have to face this sort of thing today. If we controlled our population, all could live in the best climate possible, where it's warm, maybe people wouldn't even have to go through winter. But no, because we have 7.5 billion people, and it's going up, and it's going up every minute, and it seems like it's gonna keep going up until we live on top of each other. But fine. Let's look at news story number 3. Russian President Vladimir Putin was sworn in to his 4th term as president today after a huge anti-government protest in Moscow over the weekend. Hundreds of people were detained during the protest, including opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who was dramatically carried through the crowds by police. He was later released. As for Putin, he'll serve as Russia's leader for 6 more years. Great. Which means he'd be in power for 24 years. That would make him the second longest serving Russian leader after Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin, who ruled the country for 29 years. Okay. So, in short, Mr. Putin, who happens to be not totally right in the head, in my opinion, stays in power for another 6 years. Bravo. It's not like people could do anything by voting. Everyone claims he's too powerful and protected anyways. Next news story. India. Another brutal rape case has shocked India and the world. A 16-year-old girl was kidnapped from her home in a village in northeastern India, taken to a forest and raped by a group of men. After her parents sought justice from the village council, the men assaulted the teen's parents and burned down the family's home with the teen inside, killing her. It's just one of a number of rapes this year that's renewed public anger over sexual violence in the country. In response, India's cabinet passed an executive order last month making rape of a girl younger than 12 punishable by death. Okay, there's so much that's wrong here that I don't even know where to start. Number one, we cannot be normal human beings, romantic, trying to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend and just live a normal life. No, we have to be animals and we have to just look for sex and we have to force people and rape them. That's how disgusting we are. And I understand that India is sort of a different place than the USA or Western countries, and it's just not a first world country and it's a lot poorer and it's just a different world, but still people should have feelings, and nothing like this should ever happen, and yet it does. Makes you think, doesn't it? So this is terrible all over, but the response to this is terrible as well, and here's why. Because the India's cabinet passed an executive order last month making rape of a girl younger than 12 punishable by death. Great. So first of all, only if she's younger than 12. Somehow, if a girl is 13 years old, it's okay. It doesn't fall into the same category now. I don't know. That's what they're trying to. And then we have punishable by death. Look, I cannot stress this enough. We cannot have such a thing as a death punishment in a modern world, in a civilization that's meant to reach some place and be a respectable, species, etc., etc. If we have any sort of respect for one another and just if we have any morals or rules in life, then this should be one of them. We cannot inflict death on another person, no matter what. Never, ever, ever. Why don't people get it? Okay, the last news story is about Japan. And it says the number of children in Japan has hit a record low, blah, blah, blah. And there's some statistics. And then it says government attempts to encourage Japanese citizens to have more children. We have a crisis on our hands. We have a serious threat of overpopulation right on our doorstep. And because of the way the world works, because of the monetary system, because of the pensions that older people have to get, because of the way the economy works, countries are trying to keep the numbers of young people at an appropriate level. And this is why this is happening. But then we have to change the system. We have to change our economical system or something. We cannot keep doing this. And I understand why they're encouraging this. Because it's good for the economy, because it's good for the way the country works. But we have a more serious problem here. We have too many people, and I feel like there will always be this sort of debate that we cannot tell people not to have children or even to have only one child, because that is against the human rights, and they should have the right to have the family, and if they want to have a family of 2 children, 3 or more, they should be allowed to do that too. And we cannot do that because it's inhumane. But if we keep thinking this way, if nothing is going to change, then we are going to wake up one day and we're going to have a very serious problem, because any rational person surely realizes that we cannot keep going forever, because the earth has its size. Moreover, not every place on earth is appropriate for human life, so we cannot just live everywhere on it. No one's going to live on the North Pole or somewhere. So we have to start making changes, either to the way we think or to something, or, like I said, we're going to wake up one day and it's going to be a catastrophe, or some crazy person is going to do something is going to release a deadly virus as we see in the movies, and it's going to wipe out half of the world's population. And do we want that? Do we really want that to happen? Because I feel like it's a likely scenario in the future. So anyway, CNN, I suggest you add this one sentence to all your newsletters. Caution may cause anxiety and/or nervous breakdown. There you go. Seriously, what the fuck are we doing?